You wolfless Omega, hang that up, you jinx! We've got Wendigos crawling all over the neighborhood, attacking people because of you.
Let go!
When you take that shit out to the trash, will you even be able to find it with those night-blind eyes of yours?
Wendigos. No! Please! Help! Please! Dad! No! No, please, no! Who are you?
Someone who just saved you, pup.
Anyways, thank you for your help. What are you doing? Put me down!
Ah!
Please help! Someone's trying to kidnap me, please, sir!
You mean Alpha Alejandro?
Alpha Alejandro? You mean that cold-hearted, ruthless, arrogant Alpha King in charge of all the packs?
I mean the responsible and fearless leader who dutifully protects all the packs.
Ruthless? Cold-hearted? What else?
Arrogant?
Darian, there's been a lot more Wendigo attacks recently. Get one alive so we can go experiment on it.
Of course, Alpha.
So, you got anything else on Kiara?
She is an illegitimate child of Alpha Elijah. Her own family treats her like a slave. Everyone in her pack calls her a jinx because Wendigos always follow her. Everyone in her family just dumped her after the last Wendigo attack.
Pup got a lot of nerve. I'll keep her safe anyway.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Everything happens for a reason, Kiara.
Oh, Goddess, I'm here to show you something.
You feel his pain?
Yes.
Because the man with the scar is your destined mate. Your love will be blessed, Kiara, but it will also be tested. Just remember to keep the faith in it, the way I do in you.
Moon Goddess.
So you're night blind, huh?
So what?
So that means I can take advantage of it. Tell me, pup. Wendigos normally tear people apart, and that Wendigo didn't kill you. What do you have to say about that?
What are you talking about? If you're just gonna call me a jinx, then—
I'm not. You're safe here. I'm keeping you here to help me investigate the Wendigos. You're safe here.
I'll stay if you make a little deal with me. You train me to become a strong wolf, and I'll stay.
You need treatment.
What's the matter?
He's a monster. He does not deserve to be loved.
I am not a monster!
You're looking pretty hasty there, pup.
Are you pulling my leg or something? You promised me some serious training.
I'll tell you what. I'll buy you whatever you want if you can beat me for one round. A car, makeup, a Louis.
Thanks, Alpha. I know what I want. Who's Louis?
Never mind. Maria! Meet Maria. She's my beta's mate and the strongest she-wolf in the pack. Watch and learn.
Treetop view, well it takes me to when I was young. I fell before, but I can't ignore that it's nothing like I'm falling now. No, it's nothing like I'm falling now. And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, yeah.
Guess you don't want that thing too bad, do you? That's impressive. You're insane. Really? A costume pup?
Only the best wolf costume ever! I'm gonna try it on!
Easy come and easy go.
When I was little, my mom got me a wolf costume. I never took it off. Even when I went to sleep, I wore it all summer long.
A wolfless wolf wearing a wolf costume. That's unbelievable.
Oh, well, unlike some people, I have sources of joy in this world.
I do have one source.
Thank you, Alpha Alejandro.
And how would you like to thank me?
It's like we've always known, set in stone, unbreakable, unmistakable.
Hungry?
Starving.
What are you craving?
Hi, can I please have one of those and one of those? Oh, and two of those and three of those. Oh, do you want anything?
Never had donuts before.
Once, when I was at Blue Moon Pack, I intentionally smeared cream all over my stepsister's donut. She went crazy, said I was trying to make her fat and demanded something low calorie. So I switched it with that black bread we omegas eat, and I got the creamy donut all for myself.
You're pretty clever, girl. Excuse me. Can you pack up all the donuts in the store for us?
I missed you so much, Alpha Alejandro.
Jasmine, you're early.
My dad planned to come later, but I missed your scent so much. Who is she?
Jasmine. This is Kiara. Kiara, this is Jasmine.
Annie's donuts. You're so considerate, Alpha. I'm starving.
Oh, excuse me. Those are my donuts.
Alpha.
Take one.
Alpha, may I have a word?
What the fuck? Ow! I could sniff out your omega scent from miles away. You reek.
Then you must like sniffing around like any other stray dog, huh?
I warn you, stay the fuck away from my man. Or I'll crush your omega wolf like these fucking donuts.
I'll make note of that. Drop dead, cunt!
Mind your manners. And your feet.
Yes, Alpha.
Now you listen up. You behave in my pack, you hear? I get to decide who I let in and who gets to get kicked out. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Alpha Alejandro.
Good. Now apologize.
Sorry, Kiara.
You're dismissed. Go.
Thank you, Alpha.
Don't flatter yourself. I would do that for anyone in my pack.
I see.
You were lying. You've never been that protective when someone kicked my ass. Tried to kick my ass.
You were peeping?
Oh, I was just seeing if I could be of help with your pup.
Get down to business, will you?
Of course. I caught a Wendigo last night, and I had Dr. Anderson run some tests. Turns out Wendigos might be witched rogues. Witches are behind all of this, Alejandro.
Good job, Darren. Just as I suspected. The Wendigos react differently when they're around Kiara. Keep looking into this, Darian. We need to figure out who this witch is and what she wants with Kiara.
Of course, Alpha. Also, Alpha Bill is coming tonight. Alejandro, we're neck and neck with the Quick Fang Pack. How do you want to handle his arrival?
Let's prepare a good meal for him. The Wendigo attacks have only been getting way more serious. I'm gonna have to ask Bill to borrow some of his warrior wolves.
Right. But from what I hear, he's only offering his warriors if he can also offer his daughter, too. Alpha, will you marry her?
$50 million in 3 days. Yeah, and there was this blonde journalist asking how the hell I did it. And I just snapped my fingers. Just like that. That's how I did it.
Get down to business, Bill.
Of course. I have a proposition for you. I'll give you half of my warriors and half of my land as a gift. I mean, as a wedding gift. In return, you take my daughter as your Luna.
I don't take half of anything.
I'll give you all of my warriors.
I'll mull it over, Bill. But I can't make a decision right now. You don't want to rush your daughter's wedding, anyway.
Yeah, of course. You're the Alpha King. You decide when the time is right.
Pour me another drink, won't you? I know you're good at that.
Knock it off, Jasmine. Kiara will stay put. She's my guest. She won't be serving you.
Well, I'd love to give Miss Jasmine a refill.
What is this world coming to? Isn't that what Omegas do? Serve people?
More. More.
She is pretty hot, I'll give her that. But she's still just an Omega, a servant, a nobody. What the?
Is that enough, Miss Jasmine? And you, Alpha Bill. I don't mean any disrespect, but perhaps you should pay less attention to me and focus more on your own pack. Your supposed alpha pup can't even lift her own wine glass.
How dare you? And you, Alpha Alejandro, how can you let this child mock me like this in your home?
You did mock her first, Bill. Kiara!
Yes.
Meet me in my office tonight at 8 o'clock.
So, what do you want?
Definitely not you, in case that's what you were wondering.
Good, because I don't want to waste my time with you anyway. Jasmine's still waiting for you, by the way. Hurry up.
I have my ways, but you don't want to know.
Somehow
What if I do?
your words tear me apart. I need you, baby. It's a faithless road I'm on. I need you, baby.
It's way too late to back out now.
Who says I want out?
Need this fantasy so I can recognize what's hidden from me.
What's behind that shirt?
You can take a guess.
One day I'll get you to show it to me.
Understand this heart that's been bleeding. I need you, baby. It's a faithless road I'm on. I need you, baby.
I felt something different with you tonight.
You what?
Nothing. Ah! 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 He's a monster, and he is incapable of love, and doesn't deserve to be loved. You're just a monster, Alejandro. You don't deserve this. Darian, I need you to send a message to Alpha Bill.
Baby? Guess what I made for you? Maria!
Alpha Alejandro is finally getting married to Jasmine. No fucking way. Jasmine's gorgeous. And she's the strongest Luna.
Is it true, Maria? Alpha Alejandro's marrying Jasmine?
Sorry, I didn't want to bring you down. It's just Alpha Alejandro being himself.
A player, for sure. Here they come. So I guess you've heard the good news. I thought I told you to stay away from my man. So why the fuck do I smell Alpha Alejandro on you? Why don't you get out of here and go ask him?
You know you're just a toy to him. The only person Alpha ever takes serious is me and Alpha's daughter. But you, as an Omega, you should always be aware that there's a punishment waiting for you after you fucking trip and fall.
If you really think that it was me begging Alpha Alejandro to make me a fool, then I'm sorry.
Your sorry isn't good enough. I challenge you to a shooting match tonight. I'll annihilate you till your fucking pathetic Omega Wolf begs for mercy.
Don't you ever dismiss an Omega. I accept your challenge.
So she doesn't have a wolf and she's night blind. I'll show her a lesson.
I heard she's a pathetic Omega. How dare she challenge our Luna, an Alpha's daughter?
Better tell your wolf to focus up, Kiara. I'm about to show her a real big lesson.
Oh, I just got her a latte. She's pumped.
Yeah, pumped to get down on her knees and kiss my feet.
Let's make a bet. See who's gonna kiss whose feet. 3 rounds.
Okay.
It's a 10. It's a 9. Don't worry about it, Luna. This Omega just got lucky.
Luna, you have a 7. And Kiara has a 10.
Fuck.
Last round, Jasmine.
Give me that thing.
Luna, that's...
Oh, cut the crap, Chatterbox. It's all your fault.
Rules are rules, Jasmine.
You lose. You kiss my feet.
I'm the Luna. I make the rules.
What's wrong, Kiara? Why can't you see anything?
You're a fucking cheater!
You're a fucking inferior.
Kiss or die?
I'd rather die.
Bless me. Moon God.
Stop! I can hear you, pup. I can hear you. You're safe now.
Alpha. I swear to Moon Goddess, I didn't know she was nightblind.
You're gonna pay for this, Jasmine. How is she, Doctor?
She's not good, Alpha. Several fatal shots. Go figure.
Is she gonna make it?
I can't give you an accurate answer.
No. No, we have to save her. She can't die. We have to do everything we can.
We'll go see what we can do, Alpha.
I know how you feel, Alpha. Seeing someone you love like this. I would feel the same if it was Darian.
No, Kiara and I were...
You are. You just won't admit it.
I'm sorry, Pop. I'm so sorry. I never should have put you in this situation.
Alpha, you wanted to see me?
Jasmine, I want you to hand this to your father.
Proposal? What? What does this mean?
It means the fucking engagement's called off.
What? Is this because of that fucking bitch? I didn't know she was nightblind!
No excuse! Now you listen here. If you dare land one more finger on Kiara, I'll cut your finger off. You hear?
Yes, Alpha King.
Kiara, wake up. Wake up! Hi, Kiara. I'm your wolf, Amelia.
My wolf? I finally found my wolf.
Your diligence, courage, and inner power have touched the moon goddess. So, she grants you a wolf.
Where am I? Am I dead?
You're unconscious, and I'm pulling you back from the waking world. Now, hurry up. Walk towards that speck of light, and you'll see a door. Open that door, and you'll be back.
Thank you, Amelia. And I can finally see in the darkness.
Kiara! Oh my god. You found your wolf. Your wolf is awakened. Dr. Craig!
You're healed, Kiara. My Alpha, have you ever heard of the Blessed Wolf?
I've only heard of it a little.
The Blessed Wolf is the one that the Moon Goddess blessed with a heart strong enough to stand against dark power. Well, I'm pretty certain that Kiara is the Blessed Wolf.
I am?
Is that why the Wendigos keep randomly attacking her?
Well, that's highly possible, Alpha. The Wendigos are cursed by witches.
I'll go speak to a captured Wendigo and see if I can get anything.
I'd be grateful if you could help, Kiara.
We need to keep this in-house, Doctor. We need to do everything we can to keep Kiara safe.
For sure, Alpha.
May I help you, Alpha?
I got you this voice-controlled light so that you don't bump into the walls in the middle of the night.
You may leave it there.
Don't tell your Alpha King what to do, Kiara.
Alpha.
Alejandro.
Are wide open. I see you clear.
Please, don't make me fall in love with you.
My toes
And I'm nothing to you.
touch this same floor. Our world has been shaking on.
I'm sorry. I won't bother you again, Pup. Sometimes I just forget that not everyone's a heartless fucking monster like myself. Kiara, you're so reckless, beautiful. You're so fucking strong. But more than that, you're perfect just the way that you are. Always remember that.
Your face tells me
A more meal.
always
That's the key to the light.
things your mouth often spills. What's your soul saying? Oh.
The world has no room for cowards. If someone hurt you, why not hurt them more?
Who are you?
Someone you'd want to make a deal with.
Why would I trust you? You smell like a witch.
I can help you get your Luna title back. In return, you will hand this girl over to me. Use this on Kiara. Let her make out with someone else. Break their trust. And this for your Alpha King.
On Alpha? No way, I'm not poisoning Alejandro.
Well, if you want to win someone's heart, you have to control his soul. This man is drowning in old nightmares. If you remind him of his sin, he will never go back to her. I believe in you, Jasmine. You won't let me down.
Jasmine, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was waiting for you. I owe you an apology. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but some of the things I've done to you are just horrible. I mean, I feel so bad. I haven't been able to sleep. I don't expect you to forgive me, but Kiara, I'm sorry.
I accept your apology, Jasmine.
Oh, you're such a peach. Kind and generous. Here, I brought you a milkshake. You can have mine.
Thanks.
My pleasure.
Hey. You are fabulous.
Wake up, Kiara! Wake up!
Get the fuck off of me!
You didn't drink the milkshake or what?
Oh, so it was the milkshake then.
Alejandro! Hey, that's enough! Wolfsbane causes you pain like in hell, Alpha.
I can feel it in my heart.
Come on, Sweetie.
Kiara's my true mate.
Alpha, you're sure about that?
I'm sure. I can feel the bond between us. God, it was so strong. I could feel it. She deserves so much better, though, you know. She deserves better. So much better. So much better than a fucking heartless monster like me.
Alpha, you keep saying that to yourself. Look, you care for her, you love her, you
No.
Alpha, love is not weakness. Alpha, it's strength. Listen, I love Maria, and I cherish my family every second of every day. And I will continue to do so until the day I die. And so when that day comes, I will have no regrets. So please, Alpha, don't make yourself regret.
That explains it.
Explains what?
I knew I smelled something, slut. How's your fuck?
Drop the act, Jasmine. You set me up!
Don't you dare put this on me. Look at you. Messy hair, sweaty shirt. Bet you enjoyed it.
You dropped something in my milkshake that made me lose consciousness. That bastard was going to rape me! How did you even come up with such a fucked up plan?
Hold your omega tongue!
Stop.
Jasmine, didn't I warn you what would happen to the hand if you dared laid it on Kiara again? Dare it. Call Dr. Craig and have him check it out. See what's wrong with it.
Of course.
Alpha, this drink is poisoned. There is a large amount of date rape drug inside.
Jasmine, did you really let someone try and rape Kiara?
No, I didn't.
What are you plotting over here?
I just had someone seduce her. I told him not to force anything, I promise. Alpha.
Poisoning my drink was forcing it.
Alpha, I love you. You know that. I know I've done shitty things lately, but I just can't think straight. I'm addicted to you.
That's enough. It's time to go cold turkey. Now you listen carefully, Jasmine. I don't ever want to see your face again. Get the fuck out of my mansion right now and never come back. Get the fuck out!
Miss Jasmine,
Please, get the fuck out.
Darian told me you just drank wolf's bane. You shouldn't put yourself in positions like that.
Why do you even care, Kiara? I'm not even worth it. I'm just a heartless fucking monster.
You're not a monster. You care about people.
You don't even know me, Kiara. I killed my parents. I shifted first when I was 13 years old. I overheard my father talking to my mom about me. He fucking hated me. He's the one who told me that I don't deserve to be loved. He scarred me on my body and on my mind. So I lost my shit and confronted him and tore him to fucking pieces. Just like I destroyed every fucking thing.
Then your mom.
She didn't deserve it. Thing is, I actually fucking loved her. And I still fucking murdered her.
Is this why you've been shutting me out?
Yeah. I'm just scared. Like, what if I did the same thing to you? I can't even imagine.
Shh, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. It was an accident. It was an accident.
Could it be a scar he's been hiding from me?
Well, it looks like distant glittering sparks coming from angel fire. It's a beacon of hope for all the lost souls in the world. And the brightest one right there, that's the same name as the goddess of love. Represents love and feminine energy. Now open your eyes, Kiara. Tell me, is it the same as you imagined?
Wow. They're like poetry.
Hey, tell me something about yourself. Tell me something funny.
Well, when I was little, I used to sing the row, row, row your boat song whenever I was too afraid of the dark to sleep. My mom was so pissed. Have I only taught you one song?
The what song?
The row, row, row your boat song. Everyone knew it. What, you want me to sing it for you? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Your turn.
I'm not singing that song.
That's not fair.
You know the blood moon's coming. That means the blood moon mating ceremony is coming, and I'm gonna mark you. Would you be my queen?
Huh. Cold-hearted Alpha finally opens his heart to someone. Well, what if I meet my mate and turns out he's better than me?
Well, then I'll walk right up to him and say, "Can I just borrow Kiara for a minute?" And then I'm gonna mark you right in front of him.
Oh, you're possessive. In a sexy way. But ball's in my court.
Good morning, beauty.
Morning, Maria.
The blood moon mating ceremony is coming. You're going shopping with me.
A lavish purple one. That's what Alpha Alejandro told me.
You don't have to be so humble, Kiara.
That's gorgeous. Maria, I know that I'll find my mate at the blood moon ceremony. But I just have this hunch that my true mate is Alejandro. I can sense it. Or maybe I'm just afraid to find out he's not.
There's a reason you guys fell for each other. You should trust your hunch. You slay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Alpha King Alejandro, it is our honor to host this yearly celebration of the Moon Goddess. I sincerely wish every one of you a satisfying hunt for your mate. Please, enjoy.
Miss, would you like to dance?
Sure. I'm sorry, but you're not my mate. You're not the one I'm looking for.
Assumption confirmed.
I'm just waiting for her to step me out.
You're bad, Alejandro.
You can go, Darian. Maria's waiting for you.
Can't wait to see her.
Miss, it seems that you haven't found your mate yet. May I try?
Yes, I have. My mate is Alejandro.
Mom!
Neil.
Mom?
You are responsible for my death, Alejandro. What kind of a person could kill his own mother? I will never forgive you. Never. You will carry this sin until the day you die, and don't think you can wash it away.
Mom.
Waiting for your love? Not in your wildest dreams, you heartless monster. You do not deserve to be loved. Any person you love will end up dead like me.
Kiara! No! Right. She's right.
Papa, what's wrong? Your heart is racing. Who's right?
Jasmine. Feel free to join the fucking ball.
No, I'd rather spend it with you.
Don't push me, Jasmine.
Okay, but you know I'm here. You know, whatever you need.
Any person you love will end up dead like me.
Wait. Tell your father that I accept the proposal.
Alejandro! Alejandro! The scar. Alejandro, you surely are my mate.
We're busy.
Ignore her.
Alejandro.
That's Alpha to you. Stay the fuck away from me. Well, it looks like distant glittering sparks coming from angel fire. It's a beacon of hope for all the lost souls in the world. Oh, and the brightest one, that one's Venus. Represents love and feminine energy.
Kiara, I smell a rat.
What?
Shh. I smell jasmine and wendigos. They're near. Better watch out.
Come. Go. Now. Go take Kiara.
Hey! Jess, what are you doing? There are guests around here.
Darius, no! Murderer! Just no! Darius! No! No! Justice for Darius!
Justice for Darius!
Darian is Alpha's best friend. How could you do this to a man of honor? What are you talking about?
Justice for Darian! Justice for Darian! Justice for Darian!
Alpha Alejandro, I didn't. You don't think I could really do something like this, do you?
Kiara, I trusted you. I thought you were my friend. How could you do this to me?
Maria, don't you trust me? I can explain. I just need my phone.
Oh, drop the act, Kiara. We all saw you.
How do you explain this, Kiara? Darian is a man of integrity. You're out here, he's dead. You're the only one around, Kiara. How could you do this? We need justice for Darian. Justice for Darian!
Enough! Lock her up and take her prisoner.
What? Alpha, she murdered your beta. Let's throw her in the woods. Like the Wendigos get her.
Yeah. Enough! Did I not make myself clear?
You should be in a Wendigo's mouth instead of sitting here, murderer.
You're beyond stupid, Kiara.
We need to punish the murderer. We need to...
Alpha Alejandro, we're here for justice for Darian. It's been several days since his death, and the murderer still remains unpunished. Alpha Alejandro, please. Please let Darian close his eyes in peace.
Maria, Darian was like my brother. If it really was Kiara, I promise I won't take sides. I need you to go back and look at the tapes. I need you to see if anyone left the house that night at around 8 o'clock.
Yes, Alpha.
Good news. The engagement ceremony is tomorrow. Alpha Alejandro will be marking me on my neck in front of the whole pack.
Good for you, murderer.
Listen, Kiara. The whole pack is dying to kill you because they're scapegoats. It's fate.
And murderers pay for their sins. That's karma.
Say congratulations. Say it! Fuck you.
Eat that bread, Kiara.
I'm not hungry.
Eat the fucking bread, Kiara. You haven't eaten anything for days.
I just told you I'm not hungry, Amelia.
This is not the Kiara I know. My Kiara wouldn't starve herself for someone's sympathy.
I'm not starving myself for someone's...
My Kiara would cry like a coward when wrongly accused.
What do you want me to do, Amelia? He's getting married! Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of loving Alejandro. I'm beat.
Well, my Kiara is never beaten. Look me in the eye, Kiara. We both know why he keeps shutting you out. This trauma haunts him. This man is trying to protect you. He's fucking terrified of hurting you. Kiara, I can see in Alejandro's eyes that he truly loves you. You know what? I believe in him. And if you do too, then get yourself together and get out of here.
You're right. We're getting out of here.
My Alpha, I came as soon as I found this out. You were right. Someone else left around 8 o'clock. But she avoided our camera system. We only caught the hem of a woman's green cloak.
A green cloak. Keep diving into this, Maria. And don't worry. We won't miss any clues.
Thank you. Oh, Alpha, people are waiting for the marking ceremony to begin.
Please, sir. Please don't drop the bread on the ground. Can you get a bit closer, sir? My eyesight's not that good. I think my night blindness has gotten worse.
If I get any closer, I might try to kill you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay.
Who's there?
We're here today to witness the sacred union of Alpha King Alejandro Rossi and Jasmine Bloom. After waiting for many years, our Alpha King is finally going to mark his Luna. Now, Alpha Alejandro, Jasmine, you may mark each other.
Your name, miss?
Kiara Westwood.
Hey, you can't go in there!
What's wrong, babe?
Alpha Alejandro. Alpha Alejandro.
Kiara!
You bitch. You are not supposed to be here. What if I told you that we could start over? Would you come back to me? What if I told you that no matter what's troubling you, that we could figure it out together? Would you come back? It's gonna be a hard and long journey, I know it. But I'm not afraid. Are you? Have faith in me, Alejandro. I have evidence of who the murderer is.
Shut your trap, Kiara. You're just a pathetic, desperate slut.
Alpha Alejandro!
Alpha, she is bullshitting. Mark me.
No. I can't do it. I can't mark you.
Alpha.
That bitch, she murdered Darian. I saw it with my own eyes. And now you're seducing my fiancé in front of all of my guests? Warriors, take this intruder out!
Back off! I don't believe it. I don't believe Kiara killed Darian.
Alpha Alejandro, I think you might want to see this. This video shows the true murderer who killed Darian.
Jasmine. You killed Darian.
We want justice for Darian and for Kiara. She threw Kiara under the bus.
Justice for Darian first. Let's punish her.
Kill him.
Oh no. How can you trust this desperate Omega? She's lying. That video, it's fake.
You know, I had someone look into this. And it turns out someone did sneak into the forest that night. In a green cloak. It was you, Jasmine. You fucked up.
Oh, no. How can you trust these worthless, despicable Omegas? They're nothing. They're nobodies. They're pieces of trash on the streets. They're basically slaves. I mean something. I'm the Alpha's daughter. Loyalty, it's in my blood. Dad.
Well, since you're so proud of your fucking title, I'm demoting you to Omega. And your name will be changed to Murderer. Well, since you're so proud of your fucking title, I'm demoting you to Omega. And your name will be changed to Murderer.
Omega? I'm an Alpha's daughter. I am an Alpha's King's Luna. I'm the queen. I'm the fucking queen. I can salvage this. Mark me, Alpha. I'll give you anything. I'll do anything. Mark me.
Do you have anything to add, Kiara?
Actually, I have a suggestion.
Karma's a bitch, Jasmine.
Moron! It's time for us to meet, Alejandro.
Unattached?
Currently.
Likewise.
Amazing.
Hungry?
Starving. Forgiven?
Considering.
Baby.
What?
You're pregnant, Kiara. I smelled it on you when you walked in here yesterday. Don't worry, you don't need to keep it if you don't want to. I don't want you to feel pressure.
Alejandro, of course I want to keep our baby. I'm just so surprised. I'm so happy.
Our love's a steady tide.
Amor mio, listen. I know I caused you so much pain. I wish I could take it all back. And I hate myself for failing to do so. You and our child, they don't deserve it.
Alejandro.
Don't apologize to me until I'm worth it.
Does it hurt?
It doesn't matter, amor mio.
Alejandro.
No. Amor mio, listen. This time it's gonna be different. I'm gonna earn your touch and your kiss. We're gonna save this until after I officially mark you in front of the pack. But first I need to settle things with the Wendigos.
All right. And I was thinking, when you mark me, what if I roleplay, spicing it up a little? How about a bunny girl?
A bunny girl would be nice. Kiara. Kiara, back up.
Shh. It's okay. We're not here to harm you.
Kiara, you've reversed the Wendigo mutation.
Who are you?
You're at the Alpha King Alejandro pack. We'll release you after you've healed, but first, do you mind telling us who turned you into a Wendigo?
I have no idea. It was like a long, painful nightmare. I didn't feel like myself.
Are you sure there's not anything useful you can tell us?
No, I'm so sorry.
Let him be, Alejandro. He's in pain.
But there may be one person you can ask.
Who?
Show yourself!
I'm sorry, Miss Natalia. We're here for your help. You mean you no harm.
The Alpha King Alejandro and his mate. You are here inquiring about the Wendigos.
How did you know?
Oh, I know a lot, Alpha Alejandro. I know the Dark Witch is the one you should be looking for.
The Dark Witch? Who is she? What does she want?
Known by her given name, Andorra. She has tapped into the darkest of magic, creating these things, the so-called Wendigos. And what she wants? The Blessed Wolf.
Me.
If I were you, I would return to your pack as soon as possible. The Dark Witch is going to attack at any time.
Thanks for your warning.
Now you've probably all heard that there's gonna be a massive Wendigo attack happening to our pack. My warriors, this time we will throw caution to the wind. We will take out the Wendigos at all costs. Because I see no fear in your eyes. Because you are the strongest warriors. It is our obligation to protect our family, our friends, and our mates. Now tell me, warriors, are you ready for this?
Yes, Alpha!
They're coming.
That must be Andorra.
Leave the Wendigos to me. You go catch that witch.
Take care.
It's been a long time, Alejandro.
Love.
Alejandro.
Don't just stand there and call my fucking name out like you're not behind all of this. You're the one that's behind all this. You faked your own death. You let me live my entire life with the guilt that I killed my mother. It's because of you that I'm not able to love anyone. And it's because of you that I can't be close to my Luna.
Alejandro. It was for a cause, Alejandro. And you have become the man that I wanted you to become. Stay away! I'm talking to my son.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, huh? Did I become the man that you wanted me to become?
To become stronger. To show you who you are, my child. Alejandro, I sacrificed my own flesh and blood so that you could become the King of Darkness. And with such a king to lead us, and the use of the Blessed Wolf, and myself, the Dark Witch, we could own the world. We could rule together over all races.
You're fucking crazy, you know that? You fucking crazy! You know how many lives have been lost because of you? I will not side with you now. I'll never side with you. Tell me, why does Dad hate me? Why?
You were born to be hated and to rule, and no one will ever love you.
That's
Alejandro.
not true!
You're the reason that Dad fucking hates me.
It was all for a good cause, Alejandro.
Fuck you, Andorra! I'll never fucking side with you, you fucking crazy psycho bitch!
Well, that's not for you to choose.
No!
Come, my boy. Come closer. Come, my boy. Come closer. Come closer.
Wake up! She's bewitched you! Come back!
Come, my boy. Come closer.
Leave her the fuck alone.
You can't do anything. Join me and she lives.
In your fucking dreams. Run me away!
Baby, no! As you wish.
You will pay for what you did to Alejandro. To all those innocent people!
You thought your little trick could beat me? No wolf could ever defeat me.
Kiara, don't worry. Leave it to me. And I just want to say, I am proud of you. Farewell, Kiara.
You're wrong. There is one wolf who can defeat you. Mine. Please. Baby, please.
Row, row, row your boat Gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
You're silly.
I'm sad I won't be able to sing it to our little pup. It's a lovely song, Mormio.
You will, baby, you will. He's gonna be okay, right, Doc?
I'm sorry. I can't say that for certain. He's very unstable. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose him.
Well, you can't say that. I mean, he's still with us. I won't give up. Not now, not ever. He has to wake up. Why can't I heal him?
You're our Luna now. You can't wear yourself out.
You're right. I can't wear myself out. The pack still needs me. Maria, you're in charge of the wounded. Make sure they're all taken care of. And get some more warriors to build up our line on the defenses.
Yes, my Luna.
Here I am. Well, mister, with the size of my stomach, you should be tipping me double. I promised that I'd dress up as a bunny girl when you marked me. Would you wake up and take a look? My king, I'm waiting for you. Me and our little pup.
Luna, let's go for a stroll.
I need to complete some paperwork, Maria.
Doctor's orders. You have to get fresh air and a walk every day. Come on. It's a beautiful night. You're due soon, Luna. Aren't you happy?
Of course I am.
Well, then put on a smile. Luna, are you all right?
Luna!
The Alpha's vitals just dropped.
We're gonna get the defibrillator. 1, 2, 3, clear.
He has to live. He has to, please.
1, 2, 3, clear.
She's going into labor! Hurry!
No! Alejandro! Please!
Keep going, Luna! Keep pushing!
Moon Goddess, where am I?
You're exactly where I want you.
Am I dead?
You surpassed my every expectation. You reshaped your destiny and did more than I ever expected you to do for my children, even being different.
Is this a story before my long bedtime?
Your sense of humor is quite indeed strange, Alejandro. Now, pay attention, because your life hangs within the balance.
What does that mean?
I have two choices for you. Option 1. You may return to Earth, and you and your beloved will be together for 10 years. In the final year, you will die. Option 2. You will die. I will take away all memories she has of you, and she'll be able to live in contentment with her daughter until a merry old age.
I'll move on to the afterlife, Moon Goddess. Please bless her with happiness for the rest of her life. Let her forgive me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
As you wish.
Forgive me, monk.
You passed the test. You are a king and a true mate. Now, open your eyes.
Alpha King Alejandro Rossi was my hero. Our hero. I can't really put into words just how much I miss him. I still remember the first time I laid eyes on that handsome man. The man who saved me from a Wendigo. Standing there with that iconic smirk. I was too shy to make eye contact with him, but I would take a peek whenever I got the chance. I know that Alpha Alejandro is smiling down at us in heaven right now, saying, "Forge ahead, make the best of life." My love, my king, my man. Goodbye.
So soon.
Holy shit! Maybe is that you? Or a ghost?
Of course, it's a ghost. Me or more meal. I'm back, my love. And I'm never leaving you again.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Alpha King Alejandro and our own Luna Kiara Westwood in holy matrimony. Alpha Alejandro, do you take this woman to be your Luna, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, keeping yourself unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Kiara, do you take this man to be your beloved mate?
I do.
Alpha Alejandro, Luna Kiara, you may now mark each other.
I'm not afraid of losing what I've found. If all the fallen pieces hit the ground, I see it in your eyes. My lover and my bride, our love's a steady tide. A story speaks and silences my doubt. The wind may blow, but he's built this house. Your voice so soft and strong, my husband all alone. Our love's a steady song.